Hey people, welcome to the Wednesday evening stream. It's a bit past 6:30. Took me a few minutes longer than I thought to get things ready after just recording a walk in what was the rain. The rain seems to have stopped just in time for my stream, thankfully. But it takes a bit longer to deal with things when things are wet and you're getting things put away and getting things set up. Trying to keep things dry and all that sort of thing. I hope you're all doing well. It is around 9 degrees, a bit cool tonight. But it looks like the clouds have sort of parted for now. Getting some possibly somewhat clear sky for the stream. So let's hope it stays that way. Hello, Jenny. Glad you could make it. Vivian Johnson, good evening. Hello, Jillian. Cam, what's up? Ray of Sunshine. Hello, Zach. Christos, hello. Mr. Adams Apple. Lawson Martin. Lena Sandoval. Craig O'Connor's here. Jada Mervin, hello. Happy Wednesday. Leo Chung is here. Kyle Walker, what's up? Hello, Gertish. What's up, Len B? Tiana. Yeah, welcome everyone. I'm actually at a place I've never been before, David A. Balfour Park. I decided to check this place out for the video I recorded right before this. But check out this awesome view looking south. The Bloor Yorkville skyline there. And the Yonge and St. Clair neighborhood is just over yonder here. Alright, I'm all loaded up here. Got every pocket full of something. I got a camera, I got an umbrella. I got a couple of bags I was using, all stuffed in every pocket I have. Hey, Mr. Majestic, hello. SG, what's up? Sal Smith. Hello, Steven. Midnight Rainbow. Hello, Lee John. Guess I can turn off my microphone I was using for that video. Hey, Transit Mobile Scooter, $2 super chat. Previous name, Darren Parberry. Yes, I remember that name from before. I dig the new name. Thank you very kindly for the $2. Much appreciated. Cheers. Thank you for the support. Hey, Greg Hubers. Hello. Mike Landry. What's up? I'm doing okay, Jillian. Let's see if my luck holds out and it stays rain-free for the rest of the time I'm out here. What's up, Mojo? Chowdhury, hello. Yeah, I probably jinxed it. I'm going to head over to Yonge and St. Clair, and then I think I'm going to walk west along St. Clair for a ways. Hello, the color purple. Alright, Yonge and St. Clair is right up there. Hello, Hewer Monaco. Hello, Jomera. Well, actually, you know what, Mojo? When I was recording my video right before this, I walked by Getty's house. I took a route to walk through Rosedale, and I went right by his house. So that video will be coming up on the channel. All right, John. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just going by what I see in these weird handles, right? Sometimes I can remember what the names were before the weird handles started appearing. Other times I can't. Navendat, hello. Yeah, I doubt it, Jenny. Right? Some people just don't have to worry about things like that. Len used to deliver to him. That's cool. I hear he's a really nice guy when you meet him in person. Very down to earth. Hello, Ziggy Phoenix. Alright, we're at Yonge and St. Clair. Every surface is covered with water. Okay, maybe this one is dry. Here we go. Trying to make sure my power bank is a good connection here. And also, I want to put on my glove. I brought a glove with me. because it's starting to get a bit chilly on the hands now in the evenings. These single-digit temperatures and all. Hello, Alexander Belinsky. Remember the sweaty days of August? Yeah. It's very moist, Tiana. It's very moist. Let me say that one more time. It's very, very moist. Can you feel the moistness in my voice? Hey, 315 Tricky, what's up? DJ Cole, hello. Alright, so west along St. Clair. I think I'll just walk along here, maybe as far as Bathurst. I always like walking along this stretch of St. Clair. Has a nice feel to it. Some handsome office buildings and handsome apartment buildings. Has an urbane sort of character to it. I'm speaking moistly. Hey, Howard Charco. Hello, hello. Isn't it the Vancouver Blue Jays versus the New York Dodgers SG? I think that would be the proper way to phrase that. What's up, Greg? I think the Dodgers used to be in New York, didn't they? Way back in Brooklyn, right? The Brooklyn Dodgers. And then they moved. So I know a little bit about baseball. Watch out for the puddles. There's puddles along here. Well, I was into baseball when I was a kid. I might have mentioned that before, right? So I knew some things. Hello, Rory. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, look at this nice clear sky. I'm very happy this worked out. I was not looking forward to doing a long umbrella carrying live stream. Especially if the wind kicks up, you know how that is. Umbrellas and wind do not get along together. Can I throw a... Of course I can. Jeez. I can do all those things. I haven't really done them in a while though, but I can do them, yeah. I'm actually pretty good at throwing balls. I can throw a ball pretty hard and pretty far. What's up, Billy T? Whitby dude, how you doing? Hello, honking car. That's where Glenn Gould used to live, in that apartment. Hey Mitchell. Hello, would like to sleep. Jan Neeson, hello, and Gertish. Thanks, John. Do all the things. Tell your worst enemies even. Hello, Stephen Bates. What's up, Prez VZ? Welcome. All right, later, Christos. Enjoy the grocery expedition. Yeah, the camera does make it look lighter than it really is. Hey, Mark M, welcome. We're at Avenue Road. Very fancy area here we're in right now. Aaron Hockey. Glad you enjoyed that, Tyler. That was a lot of fun streaming that the other night. That was a lot of fun. I wasn't even sure if I was going to do it, really. I was sort of on the fence. Yeah, just imagine what it'll be like if they go all the way, right? That'll just be a small little taste of what it'll be like. Friday will be chaos Yeah, I'm planning to stream on Friday. I'm trying to get into a streaming schedule where I stream 3 days a week now. I used to stream 2 days a week. I want to bump it up to 3 days a week if I can. Maybe not every week, but we'll see how that goes. So Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays might be my streaming days going forward. I can change that as I please though, obviously. But I might try to stream before the Jays game on Friday. I'm going to be meeting up with Megan on Friday, actually, when she gets off work, hanging out with her, and I think after that I'll just start streaming. Rochelle Terrio, do I go to Winnipeg? Well, I've never been for the channel, so I've never done any videos there, but I have been to Winnipeg before, yeah. But I'd like to check it out sometime as a YouTuber and do my thing there. I've been to Calgary and Edmonton doing streams and made some videos, as well as Vancouver. And those are the only Western cities that I've done the YouTube thing in. Hello, Ken. To the other Ken. I think there's 3 Kens now. There's me, Ken Lan, and the new Ken here. Welcome. And also Action Kid is a Ken. Sometimes he pops into the chat. It's not a very common name these days, I find. Not too many parents are naming their kids Ken anymore. Ooh, don't want to get splashed. Gotta watch out. They'll splash you. Hey, Felicity. Glad you could make it. I'm walking west, but I'm up on St. Clair, not on Bloor. Capo Cappy, hello. I'm doing alright. Carl Roth, what's up? Yeah, it's a neat street, Felicity. There's lots of nice buildings, lots of shops and whatnot once you get further west. It's definitely worth checking out. Have ever walked the K Gardner Beltline Trail? Not like all along it, just some parts of it, small parts of it here and there. Good evening, Denise Stewart. Donkey Balls is here. Yeah, I'm not sure if Megan and I will be doing a video or if she's going to pop in my stream or not. I think we might just be hanging out like without the whole YouTube thing. Just an old-fashioned sort of hangout, right? It seems like every other time her and I get together, we always end up doing something for my channel, but I think we might not do that this time. You gotta turn off the cameras every once in a while, right? And do things like a normal person. These are the Kens I know. These are the Kens I know. Most of us are, some of us are Kenneths, but most of us are Kens. We all have our own hands and we come from different moms. I'm actually a Kenneth according to my birth certificate. Who's Kenneth? I don't know any Kenneths. Sounds like some old man from Ireland or something. Kenneth Branagh. The frequency is 19.69. That's the frequency. For 19.59. Come on, 69 beats 59 any day. Here's this neat view of the city from this park. This park is Winston Churchill Park. It's very similar to the David Balfour Park where I began the stream. It's just like a big open space. Just a big open expanse of grass basically. But it also has a neat view. Hey, Jake Eves. Yeah, that's an REM song. I can't think of any other songs that have my name in it. I think that's the only one I can think of. Maybe if I do a Google search I'll find there are more, but that's the only well-known song I can think of. Hey, Serge, how you doing? You don't have to apologize for making a prediction. It's not like you know for sure whether or not that'll happen, right? It's just a prediction. Think of two with your name. I just know that 8675330 whatever song. 8675309. I know that one. What's the other one? I don't know. Maybe I know it. Hey, Crystal Ross. Hello, hello. Oh, the Eminem song? Yeah, okay, I do know that one. I do know that one. Oh yeah, there is that Barbie Ken song. I keep forgetting about that one because it's new. It's just such a new song, and it wasn't like a chart-topping hit or anything like that, but people do know it because of the movie. Yeah, we can count that. Swiss coffee dog, how you doing? All right, we're continuing along St. Clair. Not getting rained on. I'm digging this. Hey, what's up, Yvonne Atherton? And Brewmaster, what's up? And Cuckoo Carlos. We got a Angelino in the chat. I guess we can forgive Cuckoo Carlos for cheering for LA. Assuming that's what he's doing. Hello, Harun Musa. Hello, Jessica. Welcome. And Jefferson and Jaron. Got a lot of people popping in. We're almost at 300 viewers already. That's awesome. Come one, come all. And for any new subscribers, thank you very kindly. And if you are watching and you haven't subscribed yet, by all means, it is highly encouraged. And once you do subscribe, then you're able to come and say hi in the chat if you'd like, or you can just lurk. It's all good either way. Hello, Wei, how you doing? Time for Fillmore's run? I don't know about that. Got St. Clair Station over here. St. Clair West Station, that is. St. Clair Station was over at Yonge, where I began the video. This is where the streetcars go underground to enter the subway station. It's pretty neat. We might see one going under or emerging from the tunnel here. Hey, John Gordon, hello. Bring back the Montreal Expos. And hello, Suzanne, welcome. You've been here, Jake, yeah? Yeah, it's a neat area. Here's Bathurst Street coming up. We're going to build some new high-rises across the street there, right beside the subway station, which makes sense, right? A little barbarian arm wrestling. How about let me decide if I want to reject a super chat or not? I think that's something I should decide for myself, right? Alright, we're going to have a look at this one going into the tunnel. Got a bus coming out of the tunnel and the streetcar going into it. Going, gone. Boom. Hey, Alan K, $4. A little late on a Monday. Wait a second, what day are we at here? Is this a belated super chat for my Monday stream of the celebration, maybe? Thank you very kindly, Alan K, for the $4. Much appreciated, Alan. Cheers. Alright, we're at Bathurst. I'll let this car go. It's kind of hectic here at this corner. And I noticed just as I was ending my stream on Monday night, I got a super chat at the very last second after I pressed end. So I wasn't able to say thank you I tried to. I think I was just able to say thank you for the super chat, and then it was like the end of the stream, right? But I looked later on, and I think it was Danube. Danube sent me a super chat right at the very end of that stream. So I don't know if Danube will hear this, if he's listening, or I'm not sure if Danube is a man or a woman, but in any case, thank you, Danube, for that super. Yeah, I checked to see if my thank you was audible, and it was, but it was cut off, right? It was like, thank you for the blue, and then it was that was it. As I hate to miss thanking people when they send super chats. If it does happen, I always feel bad, and I try to message them afterwards in some way to thank them, or wait until my next stream if I see them in the chat. Hey, Ken Land, hello. Nope, I'm not paying 1,000 plus bucks to go see Rush. I just can't bring myself to do it. I'm on Bathurst. We just came off of St. Clair Avenue, so going south down Bathurst now. Hey, Trojan Elk Explorer, hello. Hey, Stewie, $20 super chat. Hey, Ken, Monday night celebration stream was excellent. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I was saying earlier that was like so much fun. That was the most fun I've had doing a live stream, I think, in I don't know how long. Quite a while, and it was totally impromptu, you know, since I already streamed earlier that night, so it was my second stream in just like a couple of hours, and that was so much fun, man. Thank you very kindly for the 20 bucks, Stewie. And cheers, so much appreciated. Hey, Randy Ruck, hello. Nerd Nest, what's up? Response Audio. Got over 300 people in the chat here. Or 300 viewers at least at the moment. But come and say hi if you have never done so before. I'll try not to be a big meanie, you know. I can be welcoming and let you be engulfed by the dome of chill. Come under the dome of chill with me here in the Continuum. What's up, SL? Hello, Elvin. Welcome. Hello people, come under the dome of chill. It's nice under here. Sound like Dracula? I wasn't trying to sound like Dracula there. That'd be like, come under the dome of chill. Ah, ah, ah. Maybe I still got the Monster Mash in my head a little bit. I listened to that song over and over again a couple days ago. Yeah, that was the Count from Sesame Street. That totally was the Count from Sesame Street. You got me there, I admit it. Hello, Paulette. Thank you very much. Hello, Jasmine. Welcome also. Always a pleasure. We're going downhill now. Got some not so nice graffiti here. Hello, Aqua Donkey. Glad you could make it. I don't know if you're related to Aquaman or not, although I guess different species, most likely not, right? Yeah, I'm approaching Davenport. Okay, there's the tower. Can I zoom in? My phone doesn't want to zoom in right now. There it is. Get to the tower. Get to the tower. Hello, Ian Anderson. And we're at Davenport. That sounds like a plan, Jenny. Especially the older ones, you know. I think the older ones were better. But there's a lot of them you can watch, that's for sure. I think I want to watch some spooky movies also. for the rest of the month. And Sal Smith, $1 super chat. Thank you very kindly, Sal Smith. Cheers to the support. Much appreciated, Sal. And happy Wednesday, Brad Palmer. And Mo. Hello, Mo. Good to have you. I want to watch movies with old spooky castles or old haunted Victorian houses. You know the type. With all the old antique furniture and paintings on the wall of spooky looking old people and cobwebs and like a suit of armor standing in the corner, and you know those kind of houses would have like a big bookcase where you pull out a book and there's a secret passageway. I want to watch movies with houses like that, and I want to live in a house like that. I would love to live in a house like that. I want to live in a house that has a secret passageway. You want me to ask your daughter that she should move to Canada? Hey, Canada's a good place to live. Sure, come on, come and live in Canada. Come join us under the Dome of Chill here in Canada. It's not so bad. Hey, Aaron Hockey, $5. Vincent Price films are the best. Yeah, like, you know the house from Edward Scissorhands up on the hill? Where Vincent Price lived there and he made Edward Scissorhands or whatever. I want to live in a house like that. Or any of these spooky houses from the Scooby-Doo cartoons. They always ended up in spooky places like that. Hello, Molly. How you doing? Thank you, Aaron Hockey, for the super chat. Much appreciated. I think there's some movies called Haunted Mansion, right? I haven't seen them, but I thought I'd check those out. Maybe that's the kind of vibe I'm looking for. Toronto's doo-wop music guy, hello. Yeah, nice gothic mansion, yeah. Clue, I watched that actually, I watched Clue. Yeah, I did watch that. I want a spookier house though, it needs to be dark and spooky. Kind of like where Dracula lived in Bram Stoker's Dracula, you know that movie with Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder. His house in that movie, that's like, that's what I'm thinking, man. Hey, Crikey, hello. And hello, Christopher. Welcome to the stream. Sal Smith, $2 super chat. Saturday the 14th. Is that a movie? Should I check that out? Thank you once again, Sal Smith. Very much appreciated. Was that right? Aqua Donkey? Yeah, I'd love to do that. Because I don't believe in ghosts, so I'd be perfectly happy to hang out in an old mansion that supposedly is haunted. I'd be totally cool with that. I think I'd sleep like a baby in a place like that. Unless it was like overrun with rats or something, you know, I don't want to sleep in a place like that, but as long as it was structurally sound, wasn't overrun with pests or anything. It would be cool just to have one room in the old mansion that was like a nice, clean, modern sort of type living space. So you could have that if you wanted to, but then the rest of the place would just be all old and creepy and spooky. It's like the best of both worlds, right? Not sure what that's all about, Sal Smith. I'm not sure what that's all about. I mean, I appreciate the $5. I'm not sure what the message that came along with it is about, though, Sal. I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit confused right now. Thanks again, Sal. I probably might think that sometimes or relate to that sometimes, but at the moment I'm a bit confused. Hey, WMD, hello. Eddie Clark, how you doing? Well, I never said swearing is not allowed in my streams, right? I can swear if I want. It's not like it's forbidden or anything. I'd rather not have profanity in the chat, I guess. And I'd rather not speak profanity myself. Although, you know, it's not like I don't do it sometimes. I do it. It's my channel. I can do it if I want. This is not a kids channel or anything like that. Watch the Addams Family. Yeah, I watched some of the old episodes just recently from the old TV show. And I've seen the movies. And I watched the show Wednesday on Netflix also. Just caught up on that. The F-bomb slips out sometimes, it does. There are moments when it's appropriate to say, ah, fuck, right? It happens. I'm a big man, or a big boy. A grown man, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm a grown man. And Netflix doesn't penalize you as much or Netflix. What am I talking about? YouTube. YouTube doesn't penalize you as much now for F-bombs and that sort of thing. They've eased up on that. It used to be if there was an F-bomb in the first minute of your video, it could result in like it being labeled inappropriate for advertisers or something like that, which obviously meant ads wouldn't run on it as much, which meant less ad revenue. But I think they removed that. It's like, who is YouTube to tell adults, you know, whether or not they can swear in their own video? I don't know. Walking past a bunch of businesses here on Bathurst. This is the strip where all the businesses banded together to try and stop the bus corridor lane from being established here. That's right. We're all well, we're not. Maybe there's a few younger people who come into the chat sometimes, right? I do have a few teens or even pre-teens who come into the chat, but it's mostly adults. I can see that in my analytics. It breaks it down by age and by gender and all that sort of stuff. Most of my viewers are between 25 and like 50 something years old, I guess, in that range. Most kids have lives, what? Hey, Carl, hello. Yeah, that's the YouTube handle that's showing right now. It affects certain channels at certain times, where you'll see these handles in place of your more regular username. It's been affecting mine for like over a week now. Hopefully it'll go back to normal. It just randomly will switch back to normal at some point. Just as it randomly switched to this. Do I know what you mean? I'm not sure if I do, Jenny. I'm not sure if I do. V-Banger, yeah. I keep hoping every day that it'll go back to showing the regular usernames. There's nothing I can do to make that happen myself. I just have to kind of wait and hope it happens. Maybe you still haven't caught up on your sleep, Jenny, from the other night. Hey, Jacques Pilot and Drew Costin, how you doing? I met Drew Costin recording a video recently. You might have seen him pop into the video there. It was the video where T-Shods sniped me and where I had a dingus encounter. So a pretty eventful little walk there on that day, right? Hey, Divyesh Patel, hello. A bar downtown to watch the game. I'm not very knowledgeable about that kind of stuff, but I know there's like a few places around. There's a place called The Score on Queen West that seems pretty popular if you want to watch the Jays game. And there's that huge place called the Real Sports Bar, I think, in the South Core Maple Leaf Square area by Scotiabank Arena. Was I playing with a voodoo board? Not that I know of, no. Now, Toronto also has a Barton Street. Although it's a lot nicer than the Barton Street in Hamilton. That street is something else there. That might be one of the grittiest streets in all of Canada. Barton in Hamilton. It is rough. One rough looking street. It goes on and on and on too. I didn't really do a video along Barton Street when I was in Hamilton. I might go back and do that sometime. Oh, is that right, Jenny? That's kind of cool, right? Is that right, Liz? Yeah, if you want to see a rough looking street, just go on Google Street View and drop the little man down on Barton Street in Hamilton and just keep clicking along the street the whole way from one end to the other. You'll see one rough looking street, man. We're at Bloor. That didn't take long. Yeah, Barton Street looks like a street in one of the Rust Belt US cities. Before they all tore down all the old buildings, like Detroit used to have streets that look like that, but most of those old commercial streets in Detroit were demolished. So there's hardly anything left on them anymore, just empty spaces, vacant lots and all that sort of thing. But in Hamilton, the old buildings are still there. Also in Buffalo, they had streets that look like that are mostly gone now.
Oh, we can walk by.
Alright, do a little walk along Bloor for a bit. Hello Pamela, how you doing? Yeah, downtown Detroit is making a comeback, but you don't have to go very far from downtown and you're right back in the old Detroit with very rough looking areas all around.
If I don't have breakfast.
I bet you I could buy a nice spooky old Victorian mansion in Detroit for dirt cheap. With like a turret. Why? Just to go have a spooky place to call my own. Smells good around here. Smells like garlic bread. Not sure where it's coming from. Maybe here. Garlic bread is such a good smell. Here's Seeker's Books down here. Very neat. Very awesome bookstore. Yeah, I haven't had garlic bread in a long time. I want some now after I smell this. Garlic bread with cheese. Pew, 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 pew.
Give that vibe.
Gary, Indiana, yeah, that place is really rough. A lot of it has been torn down also. There's hardly anything left. If you go in like downtown Gary, it's just empty lots. All the old buildings just got knocked down. They became derelict and unsafe, or they're half burned down, so they just tore them down. Buy a condo in Chatham. Yeah, I'm quite familiar with Chatham. I have family in Chatham and in Wallaceburg. So I used to go there when I was a kid quite often, actually, to go visit. Another bookstore. I like their Halloween decor. Hey Yoshi, how you doing? The nerd nest likes Jeopardy. Definitely feels like fall now. Definitely feels like we're getting close to Halloween. I'm seeing more and more houses with their Halloween decor now. Once that's all at its peak, I'll most definitely go out and record a video or do a live stream through a neighborhood, checking out all the decor. We did that last year along Pacific Avenue near the Junction neighborhood. Felicity and I did a walk along there. Maybe we'll do something again this year. And I also like to check out Cabbagetown on Halloween. They have awesome decor there. Yeah, 328-ish people watching right now. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Once again, if you're new or you haven't subscribed yet, you're a regular viewer, do me a solid and just hit subscribe, hit like and share, hit all the buttons basically, hit the notification bell. Come and say hi in the chat if you want or not. I'm still hopeful I'm going to hit 30K before the end of the year. There's a couple of big streams coming up. I think that might help me get there. The Santa Claus Parade is coming up. And if the Jays go all the way, I'll definitely be doing another celebration stream like I did last time. And New Year's also is a big stream. So that might rack up some new subs and lots of views. So I'm pretty optimistic I'll be able to hit 30K by the end of the year. Thanks, Alan. Do all the things. What's the issue, man? Thanks, Trojan. Yeah, you just can't predict what YouTube is going to do or not do. Some channels and videos just get promoted a lot more than others, even if they have almost exactly the same sort of content. It's just the way it goes. I think I just passed 29.3 though, right? I just passed 29,300 just, I think, just today or yesterday, something like that. I'll definitely run into other people streaming the Santa Claus parade. That happens every year. I expect it, yeah. Also on New Year's. Well, it doesn't really matter. If I don't make it to 30K by the end of the year, oh well. I'll just be like, oh well, I didn't make it. It doesn't really change anything. It's just a nice round number. That would be neat to hit before the end of the year, you know? It's just like a goal. I think most YouTubers have goals in mind, you know, for their channel. Building on the rise. That spooky looking old church looks extra spooky now that they just retained the towers and the facade. Hey, my YouTube account, hello. Hey, Brent. Here's the old Rochdale College building. I think now it's like a senior citizens building or something, but it was a countercultural mecca for a while in the late 60s and early 70s. It's sort of like an alternative type college inside the building. It was basically a place for hippies to get a non-traditional education. And they all lived in there, like it was, had dorms and whatnot inside with, along with the classroom space. But it failed. It became overrun with all sorts of illegal activity and heavy drug use. But for a while it kind of worked, for a few years. Yeah, thanks Ziggy, let's hope so. Hey, Psycha75, hello. Yeah, there's a documentary about Rochdale College called Dream Tower. I don't know if you can find that somewhere online. It's pretty neat. I have it. I have it at home to watch whenever I feel like it. I was on Reddit. Well, I didn't notice. When was I, like, in what sense, Psycha? Apparently I was on CP24 too, but I couldn't find that either. I don't know. I looked and I couldn't find anything where I was on CP24 concerning my stream the other night, the Blue Jays stream. Oh, I do have a Reddit account. Is that what you mean? You saw me posting on Reddit? Because I do have a Reddit account with my name. Ken Continuum is my Reddit name. But some time every now and then someone will post something about Toronto YouTubers or Toronto Walktubers on Reddit, and someone will mention me, and often Johnny, when they say, who do you watch or what channels do you like to watch? So I've been mentioned on there a few times for that. It's always neat to see you being talked about, you know, like that, by strangers. It's like, hey, they know me, they know who I am. Oh, I don't know about that one, Psycha. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do a search on Reddit to see what that's all about. Looks like women's soccer, I think. Practice? Is it a game or is it practice? It looks more like practice. Hey, 01 East Cipher. On Bloor, we're looking at Varsity Stadium right here. The tower. Get to the tower. I think, I'm not sure if it's real grass. It might not be real grass. It might not be. Yeah, sometimes people ask permission to use clips from my videos. Sometimes they don't. But sometimes if they don't, they might just give me credit. Like in a little blurb down below. Hello. Might say footage by the Ken Continuum or something like that. I've seen that happen before. I don't really care enough, to be honest, to make a stink about it if they don't give me credit. As long as they're not trying to pass it off as their own footage, you know? If it's obvious they're just using footage that they found, then I don't really mind that much. Hey, Picard is here. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Engage. Make it so. This is such a nice building here. It's the Royal Conservatory of Music. Alright, an hour and a half in. Here's the ROM. They're still not finished their reno of the main entrance here. It's like a big job, taking a while. Oh, this looks darker when I use the wide angle. I'm feeling all right. William, how are you feeling? I'm happy that I didn't have to stream in the rain. I was pretty much expecting that to happen tonight. Looking down Queen's Park. Yeah, that was the Church of the Redeemer over here. That's cute. I need to adjust my power bank here. Hello, Rowena. On the Mink Mile, as they call it. I'm quite the rabble-rouser, didn't you know? William Ashley. Now, is this Ferragamo or is it Ferragamo? I don't know, I tend to think Ferragamo, right? Is that how you say it? But it could be Ferragamo, I don't know. He's streaming. Oh look, they're telling secrets about me. Tudor opening soon. What's that all about?
This is
You're gonna be on this side.
Tudor is a watch company? Okay. Right beside Rolex. There's St. Thomas Street. MCM has relocated to Yorkdale. I think this little block here is slated to be redeveloped. Just a few of the old buildings here. Hey, Pat75, hello. And there's Math Doctor here also. And Lorraine McLean has entered the chat. How you doing? They're still working on the new Tiffany store here. That's quite the big job. It's a lower brand of Rolex. Okay.
Fix the ratio from the console.
the all.
Alicia Lewis. How are you? I think I saw you and Yoshi and Vasily and Kyle Walker make an appearance in Johnny's stream earlier. Todd Fuller, good evening. Hey, 351-ish people. We're almost at Yonge and Bloor, so I might as well walk down Yonge, eh? Let's do it, eh? It's the Canadian thing to do, eh? Take a walk down Yonge Street there, eh?
So they just say, you just find a form. You have a form online.
Now that's one tall building right there, I'll tell you what. You have a birthday gift for me, Alicia? Oh, I had no idea. I had no idea. I'll have to get that from you. Thank you so much. The accents. Yeah, you gotta bust out an old school Canadian accent every once in a while, you know, just to keep the US viewers entertained. They like to hear that sort of stuff. I think they're disappointed when they hear that us Canadians don't talk the way that they think we talk. It's like, why aren't you saying A after every word? Why don't you sound like Bob and Doug? This is not what I expected at all. Hey, crying hippie, hello. Of course, there are some Canadians who do talk like that, right? It's not like it doesn't exist anywhere. But you're not likely to hear it among people who live in Toronto, just to be perfectly honest. You might have to go to some smaller towns in other parts of Canada if you want to hear that hoser accent. How about that, eh? Hey, Mojo, $2. You forgot what you were saying. Go Jays. I can't argue with any of that, I guess. But I do thank you very kindly, Mojo. Much appreciated, Mojo, and cheers to the support. Alright, let's do a nice old-fashioned hump evening walk down Yonge Street. I think I prefer hump evening to hump day. I'm more of a night owl, so doing things in the evening is also best for me. Look at this place. Hello. Modern Afghan kitchen. Pretend it's 1980. It might be hard to do. A lot of the buildings are still the same. A lot of the old storefronts, the buildings are the same from 1980. That's about it though. Everything else has changed drastically. Yeah, the House of Lords is long gone. The Gasworks is long gone. Sam the Record Man, long gone. A&A Records, long gone. HMB Megastore, long gone. Although that was from the 90s, not the 80s. This part of Yonge Street has changed into almost like another like Asian restaurant district, really. It's just full of Asian restaurants now. I've heard somebody call it Little Taiwan. I don't know if that's a thing or not. I don't know if they're trying to make that a thing. Because we have Chinatown, we have Little Tokyo, we have Koreatown, right? We don't have a Little Taiwan yet. Maybe they want this to be a Little Taiwan. It's kind of neat here. New place. Opening in just a few days. High to low is fantastic. Another new place. Oh, this is the Popeyes. Okay, I already came here. I did a video going to there when they reopened. The Popeyes supplements, not the Popeyes chicken. What am I doing on Halloween? Not sure. I'll most likely be doing a live stream. I think that's a Friday, right? Is Halloween on a Friday? And I think also the Jays might be playing if they have to go that far to Game 6. I think that's on Halloween night, right? So that should be an interesting night if the Jays are playing on that night. And being Halloween, yeah, I'll most likely do a live stream, being at a Friday. Church Street. Last year I went to Church Street on Halloween, and I was wearing my morph suit. I don't think I'm going to wear my morph suit this year. It's very uncomfortable. Plus, it's probably not going to be warm on Halloween this year. Last year it was really nice and warm. So temperature-wise, it was okay to wear that morph suit with nothing underneath it. I don't think I'd be so comfortable this year if I did that.
I backed out of that conversation because I thought I don't need to.
Hello, Colin Slater. How you doing? Dopey Tripod. Hello. And Randy Ruck, $5 super for the Barks, the Barks Fund. Is that what you're suggesting, Randy? Thank you very much. I do like me some Barks. It has bite, so they say. Cheers, Randy Ruck. Much appreciated. I'm seeing some familiar names I haven't seen in a while tonight pop into the chat. It's nice to see. Welcome back. Or maybe you've been lurking for a long time. 365-ish viewers here. Not too shabby. Geez, you have to pan way up just to get to the top of that building. Hey, Tyler Jordan. North York and Etobicoke. I'm sure I'll be back in those areas sometime in the not too distant future. Another new place opening here soon. Get some croissants across the street. The Peachy, that used to be Aroma. Now it's another coffee shop, but also fresh bakery and brunch. It looks like it might be nicer than Aroma. Speaking of the old Yonge Street, this is where the Gasworks used to be. The famous Gasworks metal bar, hard rock bar. Rush used to play there when they were starting out, or when they were still, you know, small enough to play places like that.
Oh, yeah.
Got a ghost in front of Gongcha. Everyone's making their predictions for the game, eh? For the World Series. No one thinks the Jays are just going to sweep the whole series. Boom, 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 boom. Done, 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 done. Wham, bam. My feet are fine. The restaurants. Got a taqueria. Gibbs says the Jays are going down. I guess we'll have to find out, right? No one knows. No one knows what's going to happen. You can only speculate. I guess you can make a sort of somewhat informed guess if you're very knowledgeable about the abilities of each team and that sort of thing. Or what is most probable, you know, in these sorts of things. It's new. Like Asian restaurant, Asian restaurant, Asian restaurant, Asian restaurant. Is that an Asian restaurant? Yeah, another Asian restaurant. And a Persian restaurant. I guess that's technically still Asia.
I do remember going in.
Hello again, Suzanne. Some falafel. Going to jaywalk and then this car came. Alright, let's break a rule. Sometimes you just gotta jaywalk. That's right, Carlos. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
I see it.
I fought the law and the law lost. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense to stand and wait for a light when there's no cars coming, you know? It just doesn't make any sense. You just feel like a schmuck. You're like, why am I standing here? Hey, Peter Bradfield, $4.99. I've nixed it for the Jays. We're hoping for a David Bowie World Series. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Let's hope not. Let's hope not, Peter. Thank you very kindly for the $4.99 US. Who are you going to be cheering for, being an American? Although you're in Atlanta, though, maybe you don't have any loyalty to the LA Dodgers. Thank you very kindly, Peter Bradfield. Much appreciated. An Atlantean who watches Toronto walk tubing. It's hard to tell who they would be cheering for. The US team or the Toronto team. Huh. Buffalo is the Toronto farm team. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Buffalo is our nearest American city. Major one. Niagara Falls, New York is closer technically, but it's, you know, it's not like a major city. Buffalo is sort of a major city. A mid-sized city, I guess. Alright, should I cross? Let me cross. Should you stay or should you go, John O'Meara? That's a good question. I vote stay. I vote stay. Well, we're heading towards the place. You know the place. Place down Yonge Street. You know what I'm talking about. We're heading towards there. Check out this massive development they want to build on top of College Park here. One of them is a super tall. Because when they planned College Park, it was originally meant to have a skyscraper on top of it. But then the Great Depression kiboshed that. Jeez, my power bank doesn't want to plug in here. we go. Took a while. Couldn't get it to plug in. Yeah, as I was saying, like 100 years ago, they planned to build a skyscraper when they were building College Park, but that didn't happen, and they ended up only building a scaled down version of the podium even that we have here now. So I think this new project that they have planned will finish the rest of the podium that they had originally planned and then build 3 skyscrapers on top now, not just one. Hey, you're very welcome. Colleen, you're very welcome. I'm glad that our videos helped you get through a tough time. And thank you for watching. And thank you for the kind words. And I hope you're doing very well right now. Rent like 32 years ago. It was cheap. It was cheap, Christina. Another skyscraper going up right there. 2 of them actually on each side of the street, you can see. That one's going to be a super tall, over 300 meters or 85 stories. The other one's going to be not as tall, 69 stories. You gotta love that though, right? 69. I think 30 some years ago, the apartment that we were living in, my mom, my sister and me, was a 3-bedroom apartment in North Bay, and I think the rent was around $500 a month for a 3-bedroom apartment. That was in North Bay though. Have I watched the Frasier reboot? I watched, I think, the first couple episodes and I just wasn't into it. It just didn't seem the same to me. It was like, just couldn't get into it. Same with Will and Grace. They just can't seem to bring back, you know, the feeling of those old shows when they reboot them like that. They try. Got somebody yelling and screaming behind me. What's all the commotion about already? Hey, they. Yeah, I encountered that dingus right here. It was right here in this very spot. Well, it's possible. You never know where dinguses might come from. They could come from anywhere. That's the mystery of the dingus. Muzak Zone doing its thing here as usual. For a second I thought they were playing spooky Halloween music, but no. I wouldn't have minded that. Trying to get a look at this place here. Not sure how long that's been open. Just coming at me, man, like some people just walk straight at you like they have no acknowledgement of your existence, like I'm invisible or something. Don't you notice this dude with the big stick with the phone stuck on it? I know I'm wearing black and everything, but I don't think I'm that hard to see. Yeah, you can try to walk on the right side of the street, but no one else pays attention to the sidewalk etiquette, so you just have to walk any way you can just to get through the people, right? People are on all sides. People just go everywhere. Just all willy-nilly. Hey, Alicia! $5. Have a wonderful night, Ken, and everyone else. Go Jays go. Thank you very, very much, Alicia. And I hope to get that birthday gift from you. We'll have to do a sniping situation. Either I'll snipe you or you snipe me. Either way, I'll get it from you before too long. Thank you very much once again, and also for the super chat. Cheers, Alicia. Much appreciated. Have a good night, Alicia. No, it's the same old phone. Same old phone. This phone still does the job, you know, it still does the job. Hey, heavens me. Thank you very kindly also. Yeah, there was a huge plan for College Park that they never really fulfilled. they only built it partially as they planned to. But maybe it'll be finished now once that new development moves forward. If it moves forward, hopefully it'll move forward. I think the plans are for those towers to be rental apartments and not condos. So that means it has a much better chance of actually moving forward in a more timely manner, because the condo market right now is in the doldrums. But rental apartments might actually get built. And Reguito 256, hi everyone, and love the live stream. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Reguito. It's nice to see you back in the chat, and thank you once again also for supporting. Cheers, Reguito. Much appreciated. So I was here on Monday night during all the crazy celebrations. I think that stream has racked up around 14,000 views now, so not too shabby. A lot of people wanted to see all the celebrations, obviously. And I think I had about over 700 people watching concurrently while I was streaming also. So I'm glad I came out to do that. And I think the stream is still getting some views in replay. Alright, we'll just go down Yonge a bit more. Try to take the stream at least to 2.5 hours, as I often do. Just got to Yonge and Dundas a bit earlier. The last stream caught you off guard. Yeah, I mean, most people wouldn't expect me to stream twice in one evening. I think I've only done that once before, maybe, where I did a double stream. I don't think I have to go to the Metro tonight or any grocery store. I think I got everything I need at home. Check out the number on the shirt. How appropriate, I would say, right? Hey, have a good night. Pat. Hope to see you in the next one. Alright, is there a show at Massey Hall tonight? I think there is, yeah, the light is on. Or the sign is on. Let's see who's playing tonight at Massey Hall. This is sort of like our Carnegie Hall, you know? Let's see. This is an awesome building. On the inside, it's magnificent. I was pretty blown away the first time I went inside there. I don't know who's playing tonight though. Ooh, Chris de Burgh is coming. Did he do that song Sailing? The sailing song, right? I think he did a bunch of other songs. He was a pretty big name in the 80s, right? I don't know who's playing tonight though. I have no clue. Holy backfire. Can't believe people think that sounds cool when they get their cars to backfire like that. They think it's a thing that their car should be doing. Did he do Lady in Red also? Yeah. That was my grandmother's favorite song. Yeah, my grandmother liked that song a lot. David's not a fan of the backfiring. Yeah, neither am I. I just think it's kind of dumb. Just unnecessary noise pollution. I mean, why? But a lot of people like dumb things. It's just the way of the world, right? I'm sure some of the things I like might seem dumb to someone. Why do you care about tall buildings? I get that a lot. I don't know, I just do. I just like tall buildings. Some people could not give a flying fuck about tall buildings. Like, who cares? And I don't even know why I like them. I don't know, I just do. But at least tall buildings don't make loud, obnoxious noises, right? Maybe when they're being constructed. Yeah, I just like the mountainous appearance of a big city skyline, you know? It's like a man-made mountain range. I just kind of dig it, how you can see it from like far away, looming off in the distance, sort of beckoning you. Come to the big city. Especially if you catch a glimpse of it for the first time ever. It's a bit awe-inspiring. I sound like I'm in love, yeah? Like when you're a little kid and you're making a trip to, if you live in a small town or grew up in a small town like I did, or a small city, North Bay is a small city. Not much of a skyline in North Bay, right? There's a few buildings that are like high rises, but just barely. But taking a trip to Toronto in the car, and you're going down the highway, and you get that first glimpse of the CN Tower, and you get the first glimpses of the financial district. Yeah, man, at least when I was a kid, I was just always like blown away by that. And then the first time I took a trip to New York City, I went by bus and driving down the highway towards Manhattan, kind of like some rolling hills as you make your way towards Manhattan through New Jersey, and you go over this, crest this hill, and you get your first glimpse of the Manhattan skyline just suddenly rise up in front of your eyes, and it's just like, holy shit. Like, yeah, man, I still remember that to this day, the first time I laid eyes on that. Yeah, no doubt, Lorraine. I mean, Halifax has a skyline. It's not very tall, but it does have a skyline. It looks pretty good, you know, from certain angles, yeah. Especially when you look at the Halifax skyline from Dartmouth. It looks pretty good from over there. Of course, it's puny compared to, you know, Toronto or whatever, but it's not bad. What's this all about? Garbaggio.
Thank you. Actually, let me start doing it. So basically, all this thing has flash, and you know, yeah.
They have Krispy Kreme hats. Are they employees? Do they give you hats if you go to Krispy Kreme? Alright, we're on Dundas Street, east, and I'm heading east towards home. That falafel place I went to is right over here. Get a good size falafel for $6 even. Just $6 flat. It'd be better if it was $5 flat. You could just slap down a $5 bill and go, falafel me. But $6 is still pretty good. This is it here. It says $6.99 now. I wonder if you can still get one for $6. Did I get here right before they raised prices last time. Hey, Ducky. Welcome back, Ducky. We're walking towards Fillmore's, yep. Here the falafels are $10. I was like, no, I'll pass. $10 to me is not... it's not anything near to be a good deal. Oh, you know I like pizza, Randy. You know I like pizza. That's what I'm having tonight. That's what I'm having tonight. When I get home, I have pizza in the plans for this evening. Falafels make Randy fart. What doesn't? Or Carl, I should say. What doesn't, Carl? What doesn't? Well, falafels make some people feel awful, but not me. Spinach pizza, you got it, Alan, you got it. You all know me too well. I've given away all my secrets, I think. Well, I guess I still have a few secrets. I have a few secrets that will never become known to the YouTubing audience, I guess. Alright, have a good night, Suzanne. Glad you could check out the stream. I'm actually going to be wrapping it up in a minute or two here. I thought I'd take us over to Fillmore's. They were filming a show, movie, whatever here the other day. And also along my whole street. They were doing some filming, but they had the Fillmore's sign just say girls, girls, girls the other day when they were doing some filming here. So I guess Fillmore's will be appearing in something as a strip club. Since that's what it is anyway. Not too far off from reality there, right? But now they have their regular marquee here. A bit more creative than just girls, 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 right? Hey, Navgan, hello. Glad you could check out the stream. SL is out also. See you later. Thanks for checking it out. David feels awful. No school for him. But I think we're going to wrap it up here. Outside of Fillmore's. Where will I be going after the stream? I'll let you all imagine where that might be. Well, actually, I know where it is. It's where the pizza is. But thank you, everyone, for checking it out. I had a lot of fun tonight. We didn't get rained on. So, cheers to that. A nice walk around. The weather was pretty cooperative, I thought. So I hope to see you all in the next stream. in a couple days. I'm thinking Friday, so stay tuned, hit the notification bell, like, share, subscribe once again if you haven't done any of those things yet. And thank you to all those who did subscribe, who came to say hi in the chat tonight, maybe for the first time. It's awesome to have you. Hope to see you in the next stream. But I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video tomorrow evening around 7 or 7:15 p.m. Hope to see you there for that. There'll be a live chat during the premiere. The video is not live though, but I'll be in the live chat. So still fun. And thanks to the mods, Vivian, Alan K, much appreciated as always. And thanks to everyone who sent support. Got a lot of very generous super chats tonight. Thank you very, very kindly. Very, very much appreciated. And I hope to see you all in the premiere tomorrow and on Friday night. Should be a fun night Friday. And thank you to all the channel members as well. All right, until next time, I will continue. Have a good night, everyone. Ciao for now. That's right. All right, go Jays. Have a good night, everyone.